Okay.
Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
I should have worn Patrick's shirt.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, no, thank you. It is officially hump day here. Hump day everywhere, right?
Yep.
So, welcome. And it is, we don't have anybody yet?
When? Hello.
They're all coming in now.
They're coming in now.
Okay. And it is officially Wednesday, which you know what that means. That means Paula and I are doing our Sewing Bee Quilt. And today we are going to make the little daisies. Look how cute these are. So cute, so cute, so cute. Okay.
The piece ones, these look a little bit different. The ones we're making today.
Yeah.
They're different than the ones that are here on this one.
I think this was like the prototype of what they thought it was going to look like.
Right.
And then when they wrote the directions, it's just a little bit different.
They changed it a little bit, but they're still pretty cute.
They are super cute. So anyway, welcome. Let's see. Patrick and Elaine had Banana Club this morning, and the recording for that has gone out. I did see it in my email box. And also Patrick and myself did the Radiance class last night, and that recording also went out just before lunchtime. So I think we're all caught up on all of those. We do have 2 more classes coming up that are on Zoom this week. We got a busy Zoom week this
busy week.
So tomorrow we have the stylish Serger tote with Elaine. And then on Friday...
No, tomorrow's Cindy's class, I thought. And then Serger is usually on Friday, right?
Amanda?
What's tomorrow? Cindy's class?
2 big totes?
2 big totes is tomorrow, and then Serger is Friday, right?
Am I totally wrong?
No.
Here, come do the announcements. Amanda's going to come join me and do the announcements today.
Because apparently we don't know what
and
we're
she's
doing.
going to cheat. I think she's bringing the computer with her.
Tomorrow is the 2 totes.
Here, while I do it, you can tell a joke.
Oh, great. I love doing jokes that I haven't read yet.
Especially from Amanda.
Okay.
Everybody's saying Cindy is tomorrow and Elaine is on Friday.
Okay, yeah, that's what I knew too.
Our customers are so good.
We knew that, didn't we?
Yep, we do.
Okay, during a recent password audit, it was found that a blonde was using the following password: Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Huey, Louie, Dewey, Donald, Goofy, Sacramento. When asked why such a long password, she said she was told that it had to be at least 8 characters long and include at least 1 capital. Oh my gosh, that's pretty funny. Thank you. Okay, we do have a really fun giveaway today. So this is actually from the Claudia's Creations. These are some coasters that were donated to us to give away. And this one is I Love You to the Moon and Back. So this would have been a really good one for Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah.
Love, Sweethearts. So there's actually a set of 8 here, all Valentine related, and these are going to go to Marge Gallegos.
Yay, Marge. So you know what they say, Valentine's will come around again next year.
It comes around every year. Okay, are we ready to go over and sew?
I think we're ready.
Okay, let's do it. Okay.
I'm going to cover y'all up.
Okie dokie. So last week, I know that Paula very kindly took care of you all because I was heading out of town for a quick weekend out. And I just realized my new project is sewing with peach thread. Oh. And guess what's on my machine? Peach thread. So let me go ahead and put the white thread up. We are going to do a little review on what we have stitched up so far. And then we are going to get started on what we are going to stitch up today.
Man, Wednesdays come around fast.
Oh, yeah. Oof. So to start with, we started with all of our pieced blocks. All very similar, but all very different. So we did block A, and this one isn't labeled.
That's my block F.
Okay. And then we've got, let's see where B is.
Probably in the back.
Yep. Then we've got B right here. And this one added the little cornerstones. And then we've got block C. And that was where we did the double flying geese. And D, we went back to cornerstones, but with a 4 patch in the center. E was 4 patch with double flying geese, and then F is corners with double flying geese.
Wow.
And we had to make a lot of those, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like 50 or 60 stars in total.
9 of 5 of them and 8 of one of them.
Correct. So those were all of your blocks. Then last week, Paula probably did the biggest part of the quilt, right? As far as the most sewing that needed to be done. And this was the tulip block. And I do encourage you, if you haven't watched last week's video, to go ahead and watch last week's video, because we, as in Paula and myself, decided that we did not like, we did not want the raw edges of the stems and things like that to be on the outside of the quilt. We wanted it on the seam allowances, on the inside of the seam allowances. So we're choosing not to put some of our blocks totally together until we get to the next step. So we've got the flower bud of the tulips, and then we have the leaves and the stem pieces of the tulips. And for right now, this is where the tulip block is going to stay. Right
We just
here.
made pieces and parts.
Yep.
And I've seen pieces and parts on Facebook, people's blocks, and they're very fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so today we are going to be making our daisy block.
Pieces and parts of the daisy.
Correct.
Yeah.
We're not going to put it together.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to make the flower piece, and then we're going to make the stem piece. Okay, so for the daisies, we need 8 finished daisy blocks. We need 4 pink and 4 red. So you will choose a pink fabric and you will choose a red fabric.
And just like last week, these were from the fabrics that you set aside at the beginning, the very first week that you didn't cut into parts for the stars.
Correct.
These were from the fat quarters that you set aside for the flower pieces and parts.
Okay, and Paula was wonderful. She got me all cut out today. So we're going to go over what you need to cut out for this block. So to make one block, you need 4 2 3/4 inch squares. And you need 1 inch by 1 inch black piece of fabric.
Keep track of that because it's easy to lose.
Yeah. And then you need 1 3/8 squares, 1 inch squares, and some rectangles, 1 by 2 3/4 inch rectangles. So what we are going to do is we are going to take one of our squares and we are going to take the larger of the fabrics
With the background.
of the background, so the larger squares, and we are going to stitch these on opposite corners, right sides together.
I know it's a little hard to tell.
Yes, it is. Okay, right sides together, we're going to stitch across the diagonal. So I am going to go ahead and put my machine into center needle position, and I am going to engage my laser beam. And we are going to stitch across the top, well, across the diagonal.
Sorry, just about lost the phone there.
I am going to take my next square and I'm going to do the same on that one. So we're going to do this on 4 of my squares. And just make sure they are on opposite corners. So I can actually assemble sew these.
So there's 2 a little bit larger white squares and 1 smaller square. So make sure you're using the larger white squares for these corner pieces.
And we're going to have a total of 4. 4 makes 1 daisy block.
You said from the get-go you wanted to do the daisy block, but you were supposed to do the tulip block.
I was supposed to be the tulip.
And you just happened to go out of town.
Well, conveniently.
Good timing.
Good timing on my part, because I think all the putting together is going to be on your part.
I think you're right. Holy crap. I better get started on that.
That's going to be a lot of work.
It's going to be so fun, though. Like, getting ready to get ready, putting those little pieces
I saw
together.
somebody post that on Facebook this week. Getting ready to get ready.
And put them together and poof. So we're making 4 daisies today. You need 4 daisies for each flower row.
Did one fall behind my machine?
I don't know. It might probably, or it fell on the floor.
Here it is. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this off on each of the corners at about 1/4 of an inch. And I've got my handy dandy little iron. Not a lion.
That would be interesting.
Oh.
Barb, when you make all the flowers that you're supposed to make, you're going to have 4 daisies in the top flower row and 4 daisies in the bottom flower row. So you need to make a total of 8 daisies, 4 red and 4 pink.
Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and press these just like this.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm just going to show them we do have kits. Still, we have a couple of kits left for this, so it's not too late to join in the fun. The kit has everything. Let's see if I can do this right side up. I have to steer and hold and everything. It has everything that you need. It's got the fat quarter bundle, the panel, the sashing, the binding, and the background fabric. It's $139.99, so it's not too late to join in. It'd be a great springtime project. Especially when we get springtime snow, then you can settle in and sew some happy springtime sunshiny stuff. And then we also have the backing fabric kit, $59.99, and that's enough to make the backing. And then, of course, we have the pattern, Sewing Bee pattern. So we still have all of this available, so it's not too late to join in. Diana, it's just a matter of taking it one thing at a time, cutting out your stuff and just sewing it a piece at a time.
Okay,
You can do it. You can do it.
Then we have these little white blocks.
Okay.
And they are going to be stitched onto one, it doesn't matter which one of the unsewn corners.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to do exactly the same thing.
Okay. These actually sew up pretty quick. If you've got them all cut out, put on a show and sew, and then poof.
And if you don't lose a piece of fabric.
Did you lose a piece?
I don't know. I think maybe. Let's see.
Well, you had it here a minute ago.
I know.
can't take you anywhere.
I know. Good job I got my little box of Cheetos back here.
And that needs to be cut. Do you already have it cut?
Is it one?
One
by,
inch.
1 by 1.
Mm-hmm. Are you just going to wing it?
I'm going to wing it.
Kate's a good winger. She does it all the time. When I'm at home and I have a dilemma, like, should I do this or should I do that? I'm like, what would Kate do?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So now we have 4 blocks. 2 opposite sides have the larger square stitched on them, and one side has the smaller square. We're going to do the same thing. We are going to trim away our excess fabric, which isn't much, and then we're going to press this just like this.
Okay. Elaine, I'm glad you're feeling better. Now you can sit and sew. Feed your soul now that your body's feeling better.
So we do have a manager special today.
Okay. Which one do you want to do? This one?
Yep.
Okay.
And I've got the finished one to show them.
Okay. This is pieces and parts. Like, oh, I guess the finished top and binding and backing? No.
It doesn't have the full applique on it.
Okay.
So this is
For
what
mystery.
it will look like. This is the one that Patrick sewed in class. And he has 1 applique done. You would need to stitch your other 2 appliques on there. And then it has all of the fabric for your backing and your binding to complete it.
Wow.
And it is $20.
$20. Wow. Nice. Keep in mind Patrick sewed it.
Pretty
darn good.
I actually unsewed some of it.
Did you tell him that?
Yes, I did.
He's a good sport. It's a good thing. It's a good thing we're good sports. Darla Morgan. First one to speak up. Darla Morgan. I'll write your name on it right now. It is all yours. Okay. And we have a couple more, so
We do have a couple
hang
more.
tight.
Okay, let's tidy up my area here. So now we have 4 of these little guys. We want to position this so that the small square is in the upper left, the upper right, the lower left, and the lower right.
Okay.
So that's how you want to position it. Then you have these skinny little pieces that we are going to join these together, and these are 1 inch by 2 3/4. So we're going to join this piece together, and we are going to
And the bottom one.
join this piece together right here. Okay?
Okay.
That's what we're going to do next.
Okay.
And now I do need a 1/4 inch seam. So I am going to go to my quilting tab, my O2. I'm going to turn off my laser, and this will give me a 1/4 inch from the outside edge of my J foot.
Hi, Birdie. Glad you could join us. Barb, you're right. This mystery quilt you could make in all different colors and use all different appliques. It'd be pretty quick and easy.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I'm going to open up the little strip I just attached and stitch the second block to the second side of that. I'm like, what did I do wrong? Okay, so this is the top piece, and this is going to get pressed with the seam going to the center.
Okay. Okay, here's another manager special. Can I go ahead and show them?
Absolutely. Thank you.
This is the Kimberbell Happy Place Embroidery Projects Bowl CD.
And this is the one that we opened up for our store samples. So
Okay.
that's why it's open.
So it doesn't have the plastic around it, but it's just been lovingly used.
Absolutely.
And is that a 2?
Yes.
Okay. It is $25 for the Kimberbell Bowl Embroidery Projects CD. So the first name we see, it's all yours. $25.
Okay. So next up, we have 2 more of these little 1 and 2 3/4 inch strips.
Nancy Rust. Okay.
And we have a black 1 inch square. And we are going to sew those 3 components together.
Okay.
These are some really little pieces.
Yeah. Getting 8 little 1 inch squares from a black fat quarter is pretty funny.
Is that the only thing that we cut from that?
I can't remember if we set apart a whole black fat quarter at the beginning, or if I think we did.
I think we did too.
Yeah. So you can always dig back into it for your stars. If you made a couple of miscuts or something, you could grab some black out of that fat quarter.
So talking of miscuts, we actually have something to talk about, don't we?
Yes.
So let me just finish putting this piece together.
Okay.
Okay, so this one, we are going to press our seam allowances to the white because we want it to nest really nicely when we stitch these rows together.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm just actually going to finger press this.
Okay.
And now this becomes the center of the butterfly.
Nice. Of the daisy.
It could be a butterfly.
It could be a butterfly. It could. It really could.
Okay. So now I am nesting those seams together. And we are going to stitch across these seam allowances.
It's so nice with these little pieces. If you press correctly, the pieces nest. It makes it so much easier.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do not skip pressing.
Right.
It is so important.
With these little pieces, it'll make putting it together so much easier.
Hope so, being you're putting it together.
Wow, that's some support there. You're not planning on being gone that week, are you?
Maybe. When is it?
A couple of weeks, I think.
Might have to plan a trip. Okay. So then we have that. Now, these seams are also going to get pressed to the center.
To the middle. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. When she's all done,
Oh,
it will look like.
I found that one little piece.
Oh, where is it over on the ironing board?
I don't think I've ever done that
You stitched
before.
it to the back of your.
I stitched it into the block.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. That's a little piece to catch in the seam. Here is what the back of it will look like when all of the seams of the center seams are pressed towards the little center rectangles. Nice and neat and flat. You couldn't do that again if we paid you $100.
And I would never have found it either.
That's really funny. So this block ends up being how big? Like
5.5.
5.5. Okay.
Mhm. Yep, 5.5.
Okay.
Okay, and here's mine.
So we have 4 for the top flower row and 4 for the bottom flower row.
Okay, so now we're going to do the leaves. But before we start the leaves,
Let's talk about the
let's
fabrics.
talk about what we have to offer to you today.
This is pretty fun.
Yeah. So as you know, this kit consisted of lots and lots and lots of really pretty fat quarters. Doesn't matter if you're doing the Sewing Bee Quilt or not doing the Sewing Bee Quilt. These truly are beautiful fabrics. They are all Riley Blake. It's from their line called Perennial.
They'll go together so nicely.
They do go together so nicely. If you're wanting to make some like accompaniment pillows to go with your quilt or some extra little projects. So we do have some.
If you happen to make a few miscuts.
Miscuts. Not that I ever make a miscut. But what we have for you is we do have a selection, quite a few, fat quarters that were cut that did not go into the fabric bundles for the quilt. So what we're doing is buy 2, get 1 free.
Okay.
So we will put together, unfortunately you don't get to choose.
It's just, we're just going to willy-nilly put them together and sets it free.
But I will tell you, it is all part of the collection. And if you buy more than 1 bundle, we will make sure that you get different fabrics.
Right.
Okay. So these should be, I think it was $9.75, and with the buy 2 get 1 free, you'll get the 3 fat quarters for $6.50, which is a great deal.
Yeah. And so it's on the website.
It is on the website, or you can leave a comment here, and we will go back and check the comments.
And just call it the Perennial Bundle.
Yep.
And we'll know what you're talking about.
Yep, absolutely.
And if you need 5 of them, we'll give you 5 of them.
There you go. Okay, so let's move on to the leaves. So the leaves consist of less fabric, which is nice. Aren't I missing something? Don't I need 2 sets of these?
Well, you will. When you make 2 triangle squares, you're going to make, all the rest of them are made. You're going to make 2 more leaf sections, and you're going to make them because you make triangle squares. And
but don't I have 4 flowers?
You do, but the rest of these are already made.
Oh, you made them for me?
I did.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm awesome like that.
Okay.
So we already made some of them. The royal we.
Yeah.
Already made 6. You need to make 2 more.
Okay. So what we have here is 3.5-inch squares. So we have a 3.5-inch square of the green, 3.5-inch square of your white. You're going to mark on the diagonal on the white fabric.
Oh my gosh, somebody even drew that line for you already.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
Whoever did that's pretty awesome.
I'm so lucky. Now I'm beginning to feel like what Patrick feels like.
Well, don't get too used to it.
Oh, that's what I told him 30 years ago, and here we are. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to stitch 1/4 of an inch from each side.
Okay. Oh, lots of people are picking up those bundles.
Oh, hope we have enough.
I hope we have enough. 2 sets and 3 sets and 5 sets and...
Guess you know what we are doing for the rest of the day.
The royal we. Yeah, we need to have a discussion about that. Actually, the royal we works in all kinds of different directions at this store between all of us.
Yes, it
works pretty well, actually.
I think we all chip in and do
we
it.
Totally do.
Okay, and then we are going to cut on that line. You see, I'm the one with the scissors in my hand. I'm the one doing the cutting.
Watch out.
And then I am going to go ahead and press this so that the seam allowance goes to the green.
And the sets are $6.50 for a set of 3 fat quarters.
Okay, so we end up with this. Then we have we have these little squares, which are 1.5 inches, and we are going to place these right sides down on the green fabric. Okay.
Sheila said they're not online, but they are online. Didn't you put them online?
I thought
you
I
put 'em
did.
online.
Amanda, can you check and see whether I put the fat quarter bundles on today's products? I thought I did.
For $6.50. Oh, we have lots of people who want some. I hope we have enough. We'll do our very best.
Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to go back to my standard straight stitch, put my laser beam on, and I am going to stitch from diagonal to diagonal.
Okay. It's kind of fun how all of these little leaf sections are made. For the tulips and for the daisies. Oh, Lenny said that Royal We was a show on the Hallmark movie last week.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and snip off my excess seam allowance there on the corners. And I'm going to press to the white.
Okay.
Quantity? No.
Evelyn said they're on, but you can't put them into the cart.
Oh, can you, go ahead.
You should hear our conversations about the we thing around here. We're like, you we, or we, or all of us we.
Which one?
Okay, it's up now.
Okay, so this is as far as we are going with this today,
Okay.
because we're going to run into that same problem, not problem, but
The same.
creative
Right.
idea about doing something a little bit different. But let's see, which way are these going to go?
They're going to go like they're going to stagger like that kind of,
okay.
I think.
I probably should have double checked that. Oh, you're right. They are. And I have the directions going correctly. Okay. So I think we are going to stop right there. So this is the components for the daisy block. You will make
A total of 8.
a total of 8 of these, and you'll make a total of
8 sets. Of
8
leaves.
sets. Yep.
Right.
Okay, we have one last manager special.
Okay.
This was something we had on comment sold, and this was sitting in somebody's cart and never went through.
Okay.
So I have one panel left, and it did go on wait list for quite a while. So $6 for the panel.
Oh, fun.
Isn't that
those are
fun?
fun?
Yeah. $6 for the panel for the first person that wants that.
Okay. So we'll give a minute or two. First name we see, it's all yours. Loretta Cullen.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Loretta, we'll put your name on it.
Okay. And I think with that, tomorrow is Thursday. It's me.
Yep.
And
And you're all prepared and ready, right?
I'm not prepared and I'm not ready, but I do have
will
like
be.
2 ideas. Both of them, I've got finished samples already. I
Okay.
just haven't done the pre-work to get
Okay.
ready for live.
Well, that's
So
okay, because you
we have
wake up
some-
like at 3 o'clock in the morning, so you have plenty of time.
I do have plenty of time. So I will see you tomorrow with a fun project. You won't want to miss it.
Yep.
And we'll speak to you all soon.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.